here. I know that was a good little trip. I understand they slept the last hour and a half of it. Is that right? Probably a good thing. You wouldn't have seen too much coming in on that last hour and a half, but we sure are glad to have you all here. And I'll tell you, and then Sergeant Major and Julie, good to see you here, and other distinguished guests as well. I see the commander of your sister battalion there and some of their staff. Sergeant Major, good to see you. You're still with us. Oh, that's good stuff. Chaplain, great prayer. And you know, that national anthem that they just played, really, you know, every time I hear it, I get fired up. You know, every morning when I get up, I re-enlist, because this Army is all right, you know, but our country is all right. This is our century right now. This is America's century. Make no doubt about it. Oh, that's some powerful stuff right now. This is a great country because we got a great Army. And our Army's great because of people like you that are in it. And nowhere is that more evident than today, the person, the man of the hour that we're going to promote today. You know, the Bible says, to whom much is given, much is required. Right, Chaplain?
That's what you got.
Yeah, I got that. So, you know, so we're going to give some stuff today. I love promotion ceremonies because it's giving something back to people that give so much. And we all give a lot to our country, so it's good to see it give something back today. You heard his bio, a man of excellence. Everything that Jamie, or as you know, Major Huggins, soon to be Lieutenant Colonel Huggins, touches turns to success. That's some powerful stuff right there. You know, I just heard throughout his career there, came in the Army very young, got his heart right up front as a tanker in Fort Knox. That's some powerful stuff, big guns right there. But you know, if you notice in his career, what he has done, he's always a guy that has been picked up early to take command even before he gets promoted. You know, at XO and then a commander in Charlie and then Delta Company, you know, in the 100th Division there before he pinned on captain. After he pinned on captain and went into the signal community, picked up to be an aide. That's no easy. They don't just pick any stoop noggle to be an aide. Well, I've never been an aide, so I can tell you, they don't pick any stoop noggle to be an aide. But they pick only the best. And that's not just because they're grooming him to be the best, but that general needs somebody there that's the best, that is, you know, someone you can trust on. And that's a testament to you that you were even selected for a position, much less that you held as long as you did. And then you notice, you know, a combat veteran, you know, called to duty 2009 and 10 there in Space Ops. You know, incidentally, I was just north of you at that time and probably utilizing some of your assets. We could talk about in a skiff, but, you know, that type of stuff out there. You know, quiet, professional, space ops, you think, like, what are they doing? Let me tell you something, they're doing a lot. This is an intel war, and it's that intel that leads us to the enemy, right? It's the intel that helps us close with that crafty enemy that we're chasing out there, right? That tries to hide in the shadows, and this is the guy back there helping make that happen. Came here to this unit, instantly, you know, picked up as a 3. That is no easy task either. The 3 is supposed to know everything in the unit. That's who this guy is. And then when they were without a commander, I believe that was this summer, right? We changed out, and that's when I first met Jamie. Came up on the net, you know, and introduced himself and said, "Hey, I'm your guy. I'm honored to hold down the command." And that's what you've done. And you've not just held it down, taken this battalion to lead the way. Now, you know, 3rd and 3, 4, 6, don't get your feelings hurt, but this battalion right here has done so well. I'd probably tell you this right now. This is the one that we are considering to mobilize sometime later this year. Anybody not tracking that? Okay, so nobody's stunned here. I was looking at you right there. Start running out the back. I'm looking for my favorite NCO out there. Where is she? Is my favorite NCO here? She's not here today? All right. Well, I'll tell you, it was this battalion that got my heart right. You know, I'll tell you. You guys remember the first time you met me, right? I was Profanity Central. Chaplain's been working on me, been praying for me, but I know you all, this unit right here got my heart right. I appreciate it. I'm being serious about that. I appreciate it. I've cleaned up my act. But you know, this unit here represents its commander. And even in his short 6, 7 months working as your commander, this unit has shined. And I've turned to this unit. You know, 5 battalions. It's this unit because of this man right here, because of you. And you haven't let him down, and I know he hasn't let you down. Lieutenant Colonel, I think that's an awesome rank, I'll tell you. We're just talking about that. You know, major's fine. No offense to the majors, but you know, you see somebody that's a major, you know they're not in command of anything, pretty much, right? Right? Just a lieutenant colonel, that's some powerful stuff right there. And he's been doing the job as commander. Why not? Let's go ahead and promote him as a commander. I think it's important to note one other thing about him is a couple things. One is, you heard his military career. As so many of our leaders today and our soldiers today, fallen in his father's footsteps. His father was a colonel in the infantry, Vietnam veteran with the 1st Infantry Division, one of the first air mobile, air assault soldiers in our Army. And he's fallen right in his father's footsteps, And as I look at, at our Army today, so many of our members of the Army are following our parents' footsteps. That's some powerful stuff right there. I wish your dad was with us today. I know he'd be absolutely proud of you, and he sure should be. You've represented him well. The other thing is his education. You heard, like I said, everything he touches, summa cum laude. Holy cow! I can barely say that, let alone attain it. And then his family, wonderful family. God bless. You guys are just an awesome family, wonderful Army family, wonderful Americans, and thanks for being here today. And they're not just here today. They were here at the Christmas party. I can't say that for every one of my battalions, so where their families come into the Christmas party, let alone 5 hours away, right? It's 5 hours, right? 4.5, depending on how fast you drive. 5 hours for me, because I'm a safe driver. But I really appreciate your support, because we cannot do what we do in the Army if our families do not support us, and we appreciate it. Thank you so much for your sacrifices. His business, what you may not know is, real estate. Hard times in Florida, right? So much so I thought about going down there and scarfing up a house. Hard times. But, when other people have gone out of business, this guy's increasing his business. He's gone from, what was it, 29 to 72 employees. Increasing his business at a time when others are going out of business. That's a testament to this man's drive and his capability, his capacity. So, not only in the military is he a powerful leader, even in his civilian community, as a family, a father. He's a lay minister in the Methodist Church, too, so he's, spiritual fitness is there. For his hobby, he's coaching basketball, is that right? Referee in basketball. That's even harder. You got the people booing, you're still going back there for a hobby. Band calls and all. But that's a testament of the power and the strength we have in this Army and what we have in this brigade and what you have in this battalion. He represents each and every one of you. I bet I could pull each and every one of you out of this audience and tell a very similar story, because you follow your commander and that being a leader, and not just in the Army, but in the community. Remember we talked about that. People see you there, they're going to say, "Oh, he's in the Army." So, whether you're on duty or not, as a TPU reservist, you are constantly being looked at, because you wear that right there, and you got U.S. Army up here. And this guy right here deserves this rank that we're about to pin on him. Well, look, I'm going to stop jaw-jacking there, because I know they're ready to pin this on and get moving. We got some cake, I think, in the back too, and I believe there's going to be some Buffalo Wild Wings reception or something. I'm all about getting on some of that. So let's get moving along. If we could have Angela and Audrey and Trey come up, we'll make this official. What we're going to do is we'll publish the orders, and his family will present him with his rank, and then we are going to read the oath. We're going to administer the oath, and we'll talk about that right before we do it. Let's go ahead with no further ado, publish the order.
Attention to order. The Secretary of the Army has reposed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and professional excellence of James Huggins. In view of these qualities, and he has demonstrated leadership potential and dedicated service to the U.S. Army, he is therefore promoted from Major to Lieutenant Colonel. Promotion is effective 3rd January 2012. Signed, Gerald T. Mayer, Chief, VA Promotion.
Let's go ahead and do the oath if we could. Which side you're supposed to be on? We'll go this way. Go ahead and face me. Now I've learned to write this down. Go on. Because I don't want him to have to be like President Obama, have to go back in there and do it a second time because the judge messed it up. So I don't want to mess this up. So let's go ahead and make this official. I state your full name.
I, James F. Huggins II,
Have been appointed an officer in the United States Army
appointed an officer in the United States Army
in the grade of Lieutenant Colonel.
and the grade of Lieutenant Colonel,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
That I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion,
And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
and I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
of the office which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Holy cow. Oh, the floor is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the newest Lieutenant Colonel in the United States Army, Lieutenant Colonel James Huggins.